All right. We are live. It's been a little bit. Maybe just a couple days. It feels like it's been forever. But we are finally back working on our survival game here. For anyone who is new, we have built a little prototype here over the past couple weeks of a survival game. Where you can, go around, cut down trees, pick up wood. You can... Where'd my guy go? Over here. You can also build a base, of course. All survival games need a good base building mechanic. Oh, there happens to be a tree here. But yeah, you can build a base using a kind of a Rust-style base building system. There we go. But then also on top of that, your base is a mobile base, as long as you build it on top of one of these walking mountain guys who burrow down into the ground. And so there you have it. You got your base. A couple mechanics that I really need to add in are base building mechanics. I also need to animate, actually build the models and animate them for those guys. But crafting needs to be there. There needs to just be more stuff in the world. I'm going to move that over a little bit. Oh, I should post my links in the Discord. I don't know what all I'm going to work on today, but we'll figure something out. One thing I wanted to start doing was building or making videos for YouTube and stuff. I was going to do it last week, but then I've had so much craziness with work, which has been kind of difficult. So instead, I kind of just had to work pretty much, which is also why I didn't stream very much recently. Okay, that's good to go. All right. The links should be posted. Yeah, they are. Okay, sick. Okay. So what will I do? Oh, I did fix the trees. The only thing is now they all point the same exact way. There's no variation in their rotation. So they all point the same exact direction. But the way I did it is I just ended up using the exact same mesh for the multi-mesh and the scene. So now it's just one mesh for both. And so you don't even notice when you come into range. There's nothing changes at all, including they have this shader that makes them kind of sway in the wind a little bit. But even that shows up. It doesn't mistime it or anything. The way it's built must make it so then it just goes off of, I don't know. Yeah, it's just based on time, I guess. So, but it doesn't reset it when it switches out the multi-mesh for the real scene, which is pretty nice. So now I can have you know, good performance even when I have this many trees. Hey, these guys are kind of nice. I like them. Now we're kind of at a stage where we need to start thinking about like what the main gameplay is going to be. I know we want to have danger at night. We kind of also need to build crafting. Which we could have crafting off to the left here. Let's try this. Inventory UI. Hotbar. Oh, we also don't have any big trees in there yet. We could add that too. Excuse me. Build UI. Let's go to our inventory UI. Secondary. Panel container. We're going to call this one crafting. We're going to do a grid container here. Call it that. How are we doing this? Let's actually just duplicate this. We're going to call this one our crafting. Let's delete this one. Bring it up here. Okay, nice. Okay, now we need to have some sort of a craft system. I'm wondering if I should put that in global. Let's do is this going to be items? Oh, this needs to be an item. Let's just do that for now, and then let's close all. And let's open up cursor. I want to see if it can pull in my item resources. Okay, these are the wrong paths. I guess it's just items. I don't think we need to do this. We just need to do in each item we can do its cost and all that. Hmm. Can I do this? Hmm. Array of items and quantities that are required to craft this. Okay. One array. Nope. Combined in, sure. Why are you tripling? Hey, Eduardo, what's up? Greetings from Brazil. Yes, greetings from the great west coast of Washington. Well, I guess the United States, but Washington State. Okay, we could do just a dictionary. I guess this just needs to be an empty dictionary. Okay, does that work? Nice. Okay, for the axe. How are you doing this fine day? I'm doing all right, not too bad. I've been kind of like super busy recently with work, which is unfortunate because then I haven't been able to stream as much or get as much done on the project. But we're now figuring out crafting, so okay, we have craft items. We have required items. Okay, so now we can go to our inventory UI.gd. first let's go here. Panel, I guess. Label. We can do 2 labels. We're going to say axe. Item name, whoops. Costs. Glad you're back. What is the project about? I forgot. It's my survival one here, so. This one here. Right now we're working on some crafting, so. We're going to have a crafting kind of thing over here that expands and shows all the stuff. We're probably going to have to add like some search to it and stuff like that. But yeah, we did get a multi-mesh working with trees. So right now there's a multi-mesh going that makes all the trees really efficient to render. But when you get close to them, they turn into real scenes, so then you can still cut them down. Which is pretty nice. Because we're at 144 FPS, and we can run like thousands of trees and still have pretty good FPS. So, pretty nice. And we still got this guy, you know. But yeah, we're getting there. Just need to figure out what I want this to be. Let's see, how do I show a... This is just a panel. I don't think we want that. What do you do for this? Like, texture? I think it's just texture, right? Texture rect, yeah. This is custom minimum size. I guess we can just do this. Container sizing. How are we doing this on the slot? Oh, we have a color rect. Wait, no. We have ignore size and then custom minimum size. Oh, and then we just set the transform there. Interesting. So why can't we change this? Why? Why can't I adjust this size? Oh, fit width seems to work. What are the plans for now? I'm just getting the crafting menu built. Okay, we're going to save this in our craft item UI. We're going to call him craft. Whoops. Craft item. We're going to create a script for it. Update craft item. Icon.texture. equals item dot okay, item dot texture. Text equals item dot name. Costs dot text equals item dot required items. Now, how do I access the key? What's up, New Jank? How you doing? Int for type dictionary item int. Okay, let's get rid of this. Let's go back to cursor, see if it knows how to do this. Craft item UI. How was it? Not too bad. Trying to figure out how to load in. So I've got this dictionary. That is of type item and then int. So I can't do this. Okay, what if I just do this? Then go back in here, inventory UI. This is going to be a grid container. Why did these... not fill up? Okay. Oh, I guess we don't need that. Nope, that's not it. Man, I don't know anything about controls. Okay, this fills fully. How do I make this just always the size of whatever its children are? What is it? Yeet, what's up? How you doing? So this is only for the container that it is within. Where am I from? I am from the USA. Where in the world do I do this? It is a control, though. Do I just not want this to be a control? There we go. Okay. Perfect. Let's do flat. Let's do that. It's kind of nice. Yeah. That's an expand margin. That was the wrong one. Expand margin right here. No, I wanted content margin. Let's go back to 0 with this. Mm, 10 for each. We don't want that. We want flat. Border color. There we go. That looks pretty good. Of course, we need to list the requirements better. Should probably be better with like a little drop down or something. There we go. How do I get this over now? There we go. Okay. So that's centered. Requirement 10 wood currently. In craft, What do we call this again? Update craft item. We're going to do this. That looks better. Okay. And we need to pass an item in here, so we're just going to go. Maybe I can just do this. Let's see what breaks. Ah, look at that. We have ourselves an empty dictionary there. Does seem rather big, like the icons and stuff. Let's go back to this. Queue free. And then global dot. Hey, Scuffy, what's up? How you doing? We're gonna do global dot craft items. Okay. Now we say okay. New craft item in global.craft items. Now, how does my global look? Okay, we have it looking like that. It's just a thing, and then look at its item resource. Which then we don't even really need this. I don't think. Okay, so we instantiate it. add it as a child, and then we can say dot update. What is it again? Update craft items. Or we can just do new craft item, I think. Broken. Oh. Oh, wait. No. Wait, what am I doing here? My brain is all over the place. Okay, let's give this a shot. See what breaks. Broken again. In base craft scene. Update craft items. Panel container craft item. What am I doing wrong? So, wait, let's look at that error again. Update craft items. Base panel container craft item. Ah. Okay. So this is loading. Loading this. Craft item UI, okay. In a base null instance. How are we doing it in slot UI? Item slot. Is it just not loading it? Do I need to load it? From string to object. So it's printing axe. Global has axe. And then this. I think we want to do this here. But why does it print axe there? Okay, it's printing that. So it prints axe. Why does it? I would have expected it would print the key. Okay, let's go back to what dictionaries do again. And actually, we might be able to do this by looking at our build. Is it our build UI? No. Here. This is packed scene. Okay. Let's look at our global. And let's do string and item. Let's also look at a hammer. Quick load. We're going to say wood. Okay. Okay, so we have the wood resource. New value, okay. So now in our global, we can go hammer. Yeah, we can do this. Okay, so now we have 2 items in here. Let's also just do a small box. Okay. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Let's go back to here. Okay. So when we play, it creates them all, still using the placeholder stuff, and then it prints axe, hammer, small box. Where's this other print coming from? It's from the trees, right? Whoops. Okay. Let's just comment them for now. Okay, so we are now getting that. Okay, now we go to the docs and look up our GD script reference again. Which, by the way, if you are new to Godot, this is amazing here. Okay, key and value. Of course, we'll see if it actually does it here. Well, maybe we just look up dictionary. Okay, so you have to pass in that, then it will return. This is just grabbing each one of those. Do I just have to do this? Maybe. Hey, look at that. We got some resources. Perfect. Now let's see what breaks. Oh, look at that. It did not break. We have axe, small box, hammer. We have the requirements right there, but it is currently empty. Wonder why. It's probably just because, yeah, we're just saying this, which, we need to go to item again. Required items. There we go. Items, required items, quick load, wood, 3. Okay. Now we're going to do this. Required items. New. Is it just label.new? Wait. Required item equals label.new. Required item dot instantiate. Oh wait, no. Dot add child. Nope. I keep mixing this up. VBox container dot add child required item. Then we could say, well, we could go here maybe, required item dot text equals can I do that? All right. Text equals, oh, we got an ad coming in 1:30, just a heads up. What happens if I just do this? Okay, we are not getting Item.required items. Why is this empty? Whoops. Oh my goodness. Oh, I have to add one? Now let's go back to hammer. Oh my goodness. It's resetting it. Why is it resetting my thing here? Is it because it's like that? Why is it doing this? Closing out a cursor. I don't know if that would do anything, but exported dictionary getting cleared Godot in editor. So either I need to do this slightly differently. Let's try this. Quick load wood 2. Okay, now that's saved there. Perfect. Now we go to hammer. Okay, I was just doing it wrong. Makes sense. Nice. Now it says test. So this is an int. What do I get when I print this out? I don't really know dictionaries that well, of like how you get the right output and all that. Okay, 2, 7, 10. Okay. So it's getting the i.name plus something like this. Hey, look at that. Now we have it. So I is the item, and then required items, I is the actual value. I is the key, and then I used in the dictionary to select is the actual value. Okay, so Name is a stream name or string name. Theme font size. Local override for a theme font size with the specified name. Okay, so I don't think this is what we want. I mean, we could just create a scene that has all of this stuff in it. Yeah, let's do a new scene. Label. Okay, required items, then wood. Required item label. It's a required item label. Why is it not changing? Also, I need to see what happens when you have secondary inventory pulled up as well. Okay, doesn't look too bad. Kind of has this pushed off to the side here. When you're crafting there, I would rather have this centered, so how come it doesn't do this? Oh, that's centered. Okay. And then it's pushed off there. Weird. So it was centered the first time and then it gets shoved over? Yeah, like right here, fine. That's weird. We can figure that out, though. Okay, let's begin. What does that do? Same thing. Okay, let's delete that. Let's go to this. We can do this. Still doing it. Why is it pushing it off? Because that size didn't get readjusted. Okay, let's see how this is. We would just need to adjust. Okay, so it stays centered. Now we just need to adjust these to not take up the entire screen. Okay, still centered. We do have this weird thing going on. Kind of want them to all be the same size if possible, but maybe that's not a big deal for now. Or maybe we do this. Okay, yeah, that works. Perfect. Okay, now what was I working on before that? Oh, font size. I wonder if it's because we're doing this. So we're just creating a new one rather than... Maybe if we do it this way. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Small box, hammer, required items. This is kind of interesting. This one, the background is not very good. In fact, it's like transparent. Whatever. It's fine, though. Okay, so the next thing will be crafting. So craft item. We could do something like our item. Let's see here. Item to craft. Okay. Let's see how this looks. Okay, it's just popping up in the middle. Oh, because it's not in the VBox container. Okay. Hmm. Need another container here. There we go. Maybe this does it? I don't know. I don't know anything about Godot UI. Okay, that doesn't. There we go. Okay, so now we can do something better. Okay, that'll work for now. Let's make sure it doesn't, okay. Now, on button pressed. Now we need to check if so for an item to craft dot required items. Oops, this needs to be 4. This needs to just be I. Okay, let's just see if this prints. Not enough. Sick. Okay, is less than. Okay, let's try this. Not enough. Okay. Now I go here. It only costs 2. Says enough. Sick. It's nice having these little methods here, total quantity and all that. Let me make sure this works real quick. Not enough wood. Okay, sick. So if you don't have enough, we need to return. Let's do item define, which is this here. Then cost, we need to remove okay, let's see if this works. So I pick up some, then I try to craft. 98, 96. Nice. Perfect. Now we just need it to actually create something in our inventory. Where's my inventory? Add to inventory. We could do pickup item. Okay, what is pickup item again? Item and quantity. Okay. We can just do pickup item. And as long as, okay, this checks. It's not null and the name equals the same name, then we check if it's full and blah, blah, blah. Else we continue. And then if it equals null, then we add to inventory. Otherwise, we don't do anything. No. How do we do this? Okay, we're going to close all. We're going to open up cursor again. I want it to write a quick helper function to just check if our inventory is full. Because that's the, I want to build this little system out. Even just having like the remove from inventory and in my DS global, having these little methods is really nice. Like, get the item scene path at that index. Get the quantity of an item, you know. Check if has item. Move quantity. Okay. Global.playervar.inventory.inventory.size. Something needs to change there. Um, find item dot null or equals null. Okay. Corrupt World. Hey, what's up, man? Props, man. Thanks for doing this. Thanks, brother. Yeah, I do. Actually, one thing I want to do is clean up this inventory system and actually just post it somewhere. I mean, it is posted, the early version of it, but that was before I added all of this stuff. So if you're trying to figure out inventory stuff, it technically works, but I don't even know if the documentation is up to date, and you can't really use it until until you build this like almost API sort of deal or whatever. But yeah. Okay, this is saying if inventory has space, I think that's good. No, we don't want to do this. We want to continue like that. So if it's null, then we return true. If the name is the same as the name, yeah, we should definitely pull that out. Okay, so we do a little check. If it's null, then we return true. If it's name is the same and the quantity is less than the max stack size, then we return true. Yeah, we do want that. Quantity plus quantity is less than max stack size. We could do that. I think this makes sense. Let me get my music started again. I was just going to do a short stream, which I guess, I don't know. Have I been going for that long? Probably not super long, right? A couple hours. But we've been making good progress. Like, I'm pretty surprised by this. Whoops. Close all. Okay, this didn't get blown away. Nice. Okay, now I can go here. This is not what we want. What do we want? We want just item to craft and 1. So if it's false, obviously we'll switch this in here because there's probably going to be a point where, or we will change this because at some point you're going to want to craft like 5 of something at once. You don't want to craft 1 arrow at a time. We'll have to do a little queue as well. Man, there's so much that goes into survival games. There's just always more that goes into games. That's the main thing. Okay. Not enough wood. Okay, it printed that. Now let's do something here. Crafting 2D. Just gonna add a label here. Warning label. Actually, we delete this. We go in here. Warning label, access it as a unique name. Just in case we move it around later, but oh, because it has text here. I need to remove that. Okay. Not enough wood. Not enough wood. I would kind of rather it be outside, but this is a lot easier. Font color. Okay. We can even add a little timer here. Reset warning. Okay, we could do that. This will be a 1 shot, 2 seconds. Okay, now we look. Okay. Nice. Now let's see if it actually crafts what I want. Oh, broken. Oh, that's the inventory. So we want global dot inventory dot inventory. Just the best. Oh, not inventory dot inventory. We just want that. Twisty, what's up? How you doing, man? How's it going? It is going well. We're actually making some progress here. Okay, not enough wood. Perfect. Inventory hurts my brain. Let me just tell you this. There were things that were not thought through when I was designing this inventory system. And I have not changed them. Okay, craft. Look at that. What are you doing? Oh, you're burrowing underground over to me? Because I middle clicked somewhere? Goodness sakes. Oh, apparently axe has a quantity of 5 that you can hold at once. We have crafting. Doesn't take any time, but we can add a little progress bar. Is there a... Yeah. Okay. Let's try regular. Okay. Sick. Yeah, we can show the percentage. Okay, so we have a progress bar here now. Okay, it looks like that. Oh, that's not too bad. Craft bar, progress bar, access it. So I might want to use it. Let's also add a new New timer here. This will be craft timer. Craft item. Oh, we need to access this. With item to craft dot craft time. Now we need to update our progress bar. We could do crafting false var crafting equals false. Here we can set it to true. Then we could just do something like value equals let's see here. What was it? Craft timer dot so time left, which is a float. We could do can't just be time left, obviously. Needs to be divided or put into 100, a total of 100%. Could be craft time minus time left. I don't know. Let's see what happens when I try this. Nope, that did not work. Oh, duh, because we're just changing the value to that. So we need to get the percentage that is time left. So my brain is not logicking right now. So if I have a 5-second craft time and there's 5 seconds left, then we're at 1. If there's 4 seconds left, then we're at 0.8 is still left. So that shows us how much is left, how much time is left. Okay, that doesn't quite work. Because if it were at 5 seconds in 5 seconds, then that's 100 minus 1. And if we're at 5 seconds in 2 seconds, that doesn't make any sense. Okay, let me think. Why can't I think right now? Let me try this. Oh. Nice. Okay, it did work. Hey, RCB. Thank you for the raid, brother. How's it going? Oh, Twisty said, you are one of the last dev streamers that I watch that still stream somewhat regularly. Feels like everyone else stopped. Kind of does. I mean, I keep having like busy times. Like right now, I've got just way too much work, which is annoying. Otherwise, I wouldn't have missed those couple days. But I'm really trying to make sure I'm doing it every day. Because I just gotta keep at it, you know. I don't want to lose skills and not make progress. Yeah. It's Dead Slap. Hey, RCB, thank you for the raid, man. How was your stream? Okay, craft item should okay, we can do that. And then make sure it's hidden at the start. So it was good. Nice. Were you doing some deving? Doing some development? We have just added crafting to the game. We haven't added it fully because right now you can just, there's only 3 items to craft and you don't, like, there's no workbench system to, like, figure out what you should be allowed and not allowed to craft. But currently crafting an axe. Oh, what just? Oh, that was a hammer. Okay. For some reason, you can carry multiple axes in one slot, which is not supposed to happen. And my walking mountain is currently burrowing underground and walking around, just being an utter nuisance. And also not standing up, even though he's making the noise of standing up. There we go. There you are, bro. All right, let's build our base. Put some windows up. Put a doorway in. Let's put a ceiling in. For anyone who doesn't know, this is kind of the general gist of the game. Is you've got yourself a walking mountain that allows you to have a mobile base. You can tell them where to go. I'm going to figure out a better system of telling them where to go, though. Played a card game called My Card is Better Than Your Card. It was interesting. Oh, okay. You can put stickers on a card and essentially make your own cards, and the stickers have like their own effects of what they do. Oh. So it's not just a deck building card. It is a card building or deck building game. It's a card building game. But yeah, so now I'm here and I'm like, you know what? I need a box because I just don't have enough space in this base. There, just crafted a box. Now I can put that down somewhere. I still need to do my item placement better. And this annoying thing where like you look at the inventory and then it snaps you to a different spot. But here we are. So now we can, you know, get rid of some of these axes. We don't need all these axes. Let's craft a few more small boxes. Man, this feels good to have this done. Hey, Corrupt World, thank you for the sub, the Prime sub on Twitch. Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. How's it going, Corrupt? I guess, is it Corrupt World or is it just Corrupt? The progress you're making is insane. I'm really surprised with it. This is all just today. I am really happy and surprised with what we were able to get done just today. Like, having crafting just work is kind of crazy. We haven't tested every setup. Like, now my mountain is walking around because I'm clicking and dragging. Okay. I'm going to fill up this. And let's see what happens if I try to craft. Nice. It doesn't craft if it's full.
It just works.
Hey, thank you for the Prime sub as well, Twisty. Appreciate that. Thanks, guys. It just works. Yeah, it's crazy. Theo Paris in the YouTube chat says, this looks really cool. Thanks, man. How's your night going? Yeah, I never have this where things just work. Except for actually with the build system, initially it just worked, which was awesome. Like, it did not take long to get the build system off the ground. But then subsequently adding other features to the build system definitely was tough. But hey, Theo, thanks for the follow, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, so man, the mountain is really buggy right now. All I have to do is make it so he can't stand up unless you he can't walk unless he's standing up. Okay, so you can't craft. What we should do is, if the inventory is full, we should do the warning thing. So we can do this here. Okay, not enough space in inventory. Then we can do the reset warning.start. Okay, there we go. Not enough space in inventory. Perfect. But then if I do this, then I can craft. Nice. I like it. Let's go to our craft progress bar. When it's hidden, it doesn't take up space. I kind of want it to take up space even if it's not. Or if it does, I don't know. Of course, you got it. It's a corrupted spelling of corrupt. There we go. Been wanting to make a crafting game for so long, and I had no idea how to start. And seeing you just straight up stream it is amazing. Thanks. Oh, awesome, man. I'm glad that you're getting something out of it. I mean, the big thing is I do have a lot on the back end of this, which is the inventory system, which does really make it a lot easier. Because I had already built the whole inventory system. Well, the whole, as in a lot of it. So, like, my DS Global, the DS is for my inventory add-on, but it's not really released. I've been completely changing it, and I would have to really go through and clean it up to release the new version, because the current version out there of DS inventory is really, it has like none of these helper methods. It doesn't have so much of it is now baked into this game specifically, so if I go back I'd have to rework it. But having all of these things like get total quantity of an item or check if has item, things like that, that made the crafting just go by way faster. Like, just check if inventory has space, get total quantity of an item, check the required items. It's not too bad. I am very, very surprised that it went this well. I was fully expecting it to take, another 3 days or something. And it's not done yet because you can't queue up items. I want to be able to like select a quantity and do like 5 of them, or whatever. But that won't be too much harder to do. Especially if you're able to craft multiple at once in one craft rather than just a queue. But yeah. Oh, I meant building game. I just found your old live and I'm going to follow it tomorrow. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot on... this project has been going on for a couple weeks. So you can basically watch the whole development process. I did do some development off stream. Sometimes I'll do that. But I try to do it all on stream. Because there's a lot... Man, there's so much that I've learned just on this project. Things like getting all of these trees to spawn in. That's something that we did recently without dropping frame rate. We're just using a multi-mesh and then switching in the tree scenes when we need them. There's the inventory, of course. The build system. I had never done anything like that before. But it's really coming together. I did pull a lot of the assets, which there's only like 4 assets in the game, but a lot of them come from a previous project I was working on. But save and commit code, that is a great call, and a hydration. I will do that now. Added crafting. That is just a great commit message to have. Not gonna lie, that feels good. Push that up. Okay, what was I going to do? Oh, I was trying to mess with this progress bar. So I can't really change its size. And I don't really want it to take up space. Maybe I could add just a container. What is this warning? I could do that. Now what happens if I hide it? Okay, it stays there. Nice. I gotta get my hydrate in. I quickly viewed that stream about the tree frame rate. Your aesthetic is really neat and unique too. Thanks. Yeah, that's kind of just a product of me not... I don't know enough Blender, or I'm not good enough at Blender to really do much else. I mean, I've done some more detailed stuff in Blender, but I do really like the really low poly look and these kind of just using color where I can. I started just now using textures, and the textures I'm using are incredibly basic, like this wood texture or this dirt texture and that texture. I'm using some noise texture for building. I was like, oh, where's my hammer? It's like, oh, I can just craft one. Oh, this is not working. But like, I use some texture for the wood, but that's just a noise texture, you know. Making the code on GitHub public, not for the game, although technically it's all the code is public on Twitch and YouTube. So, but for the inventory, I will be. So at some point, I'll be updating the inventory add-on, and that is public. Right now, it's bare bones, but the game, it's not going to be public. Because eventually, this is mostly a demo, because I do really want to make something out of this game, like maybe even try to get funding. Feel like this is the project that I could go all in on. And then in that case, like it would be a product. I would be trying to sell it, but who knows? We'll see what happens. Okay, so I try to craft it and it does that. So that just means that this, when it's full, why is it not? I can't make this expand. Weird. just makes that tiny? Why is that? And why does it show up fine here? Bear, what's up? How's it Godot'ing? It is Godot'ing very well. We just set up our crafting system here, although my progress bars are being annoying. But we have crafting now. By the way, I just saw that you launched your... Did you launch it, or is it still a demo? I looked at the Steam page for a second, but then I started my stream, so I didn't have time. The Surf's Up demo. Okay, yeah, it was the demo. So let me throw that in the chat. Still a demo, but the demo is in Next Fest. That's right. Full release July 7th. Nice. For anyone who's interested, Bear has a game out, or a demo out. You can go check that out on Steam. Surf's Up. I'll throw it in the YouTube chat, too, for anyone interested. But go check it out. Basically, like a CSGO style surfing game from what I have seen, right? Pretty good numbers for day one IMO. Okay, nice. That's good. Yeah, I saw you had like 50 positive reviews or something close to that, but which is great to hear. Pray to the game gods, yours will get picked up as a product. Yeah. I need to actually just do something on Steam. I still have never actually like put anything, even a Steam page up, which is good because I've abandoned all of my other projects, but you know. But I will for this one, for sure. 7,000 visits to the Steam page, 528 users added to library, 315 launched, 48 more than 200 plus minutes in it. Dang. 17 joined the Discord. That's very nice. Let me change this to a... Let's do that. Perfect. There we go. That will work. Just a panel container, or was that a style box container? Not enough wood. Man, I love how this is working. Now I just need to add more items and costs. That's great. Man, it feels good. This is a little bit tall. Like, don't think we need all of this. Let's say our progress bar. Can't really change the outline size. Can't really change its, container sizing. No, can't do that. How do we make it smaller? Just font size? Here we can do that, and then the fill can be style box flat. Something more like that. Looks like we have to restart it to see the effect. Oh, need to grab wood. Okay. That looks okay. I think we do like 12 for the font size. We need to make sure that our background has a... I like the idea of having a border. Corner radius 3. Maybe I do a little darker. And then on the border, something more like that. Oh, the fill needs a border as well. So the fill here, border radius or corner radius. Okay. And then this container, we can do more like 23 or 21 just to make it exact. Oh, when you press space while you're crafting, it restarts the craft because it's still focused. What happens? Can I just disable focus? I don't know if this works, but... Yeah, okay, nice. Now there's no focus. Nice. Okay, something we need to do is go to axe. the axe resource. Max stack size needs to be 1. Let's say 8 seconds for craft time. Let's go to hammer. Craft time 8 seconds. Small box. Oop. Right here. Craft time 25 seconds. Okay, let's give this a shot. Make sure it still looks okay. Nice. We also need to hide that. Okay. And then we got a small box here. I like that I don't have to update anything. It just works. We will have to update what is on the screen when you get in range of like a workbench or something. Nice, and it just updates the hotbar. Everything's just kind of working. Oh, he wants to come hang out. Go sit down. We got wood, so I can, well, let's see if I can get up on top of this guy. There we go. Okay, now we craft ourselves a hammer so we can build a base. I can probably redo his animations to make him a little more wobbly, because I do like that. We're going to need to do some non-placeholder icons. I do actually like, I really like this axe icon. But we need to make sure, obviously, they match. This hammer is the worst. Well, the icon's not great. These are all just ChatGPT drawn, so it's, you know, because of that, so they're not consistent or anything. But this hammer model is actually just the worst. It's the worst model I could have ever done. So we will eventually have to add something. Whoops. Can add some dirt pulling up around the giant when he goes into the ground. That would be a good idea, even if it's just like a particle effect that fades. That would be a good idea. I've thought about at least having some sort of particle effects that, you know, make him, you know, shake dirt off, that type of thing. Man, this feels great, though, to have this done. My game already just feels way more full. Like there's now all it is adding items and crafting requirements and stuff. Like there's really, and then adding creatures, which I already know what I'm doing there for the most part. This is a little bit not great when you don't have a secondary inventory open. I wonder if I could... Hey! Chrono Zero, thank you for the raid, man. How was your stream? And Stream Kyle, how's it going, man? Good to see you again. And Dungspren. Thanks for the raid, man. I appreciate it. For anyone who hasn't seen my game yet, we just added some crafting features. We've got most of the basics of a survival game figured out now. We've got things like storage boxes. We've got crafting. This we just added today. And we've got, build mechanics. Triangle. I'm doing myself a little Rust 2x2 style. And the best part, let me zoom around real quick. For anyone who hasn't seen, we have my favorite part, which is a giant walking mountain that you are able to build a base on top of to use as your mobile base. So this is the general idea for anyone who hasn't seen it. Basically, yeah. You have your main bases, which are on the ground, and then you have your mobile bases for doing further exploration. Pretty good. I'm exhausted with brain fog, so I just recapped some AI NLP papers and tech news. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I feel that. This is like the first day that I'm not... I was a little brain fogged earlier, but I have been brain fogged for like a week straight just from not sleeping well, and I know how that is. It's just... with my brain especially, it's just rough. Been debugging something for more than 10 minutes. It's a misspelling. Perfect. I'm a data scientist, usually work on my recipe recommender, but not today. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Looks a solid start. What is that giant? So this is he's kind of like a rock golem sort of deal. But I made him in another game that I was building, which was going to be a puzzle game. And you could ride these guys around. I can actually show you that project if you're interested. But basically, once I created this guy, I was like, man, you really need to be able to build a base on top of him. And so then that puzzle game was abandoned because now I am decided to build a whole new game, which will be a survival game, just because I wanted to be able to build a base on top of this guy. Sorry to raid and run. I'm going to try to sleep. Hope you have a good stream. Hey, take it easy, Chrono. Get that rest. No worries. I'm a raid and runner most of the time myself. That's actually exactly what I'm going to have to do here because I think I literally have to get off now or very, very soon. Oh, by the way, thank you for the follow too, man. Appreciate that. I might have a little bit longer here. We'll see here. What was I going to do? Oh, I'll show you the other project for the new people who haven't seen it. The other project that this was kind of based off of, but turned into a survival game. This game was initially, like I said, it was going to be a puzzle game. I might still go try to do something similar in the survival game. Add some puzzle elements. But this one is mostly just visually, I really like the look, so then I pulled it over into the other game. Although this actually now looks quite a bit different because it has a lot of the big trees, which I haven't updated my tree spawner yet in the other game. And it has things like these little bushes and different outline settings. The look of the aesthetic of this does feel good. Plus you got water, stuff like that. Hey, Hide Zone. Thank you for the raid, man. How was your stream? Man, we're getting a lot of raids. But here's the origin of the Walking Mountain, guys. They have a little bit different design. Oh, I need to add the big trees back in because, man, this really helps. I'm going to add those in when I can. Like the moon. Yeah, this is just a free add-on for Godot called Sky 3D. And it is really good. It's made by the same people that made the terrain add-on that I'm using. Because I don't know how to do add-on or terrain or skyboxes. As you can see, in this version, the Walking Mountain is a lot more violent in his animations. And there's another one over there, chilling. Yeah, I've got these like really big trees, which I want to add the really big trees as well. That would be cool. Which, I mean, for now in my other project, I could just grab the tree scene and scale it. Or I already have big trees in there, so I could just scale that up. Yeah, this one was fun. I think I still really do like the idea of it. Visually, it does grab me. Mainly just because of like the random scales of the trees. That helps a ton. The grass is definitely a bit long, but kind of like this grass model better than the one I have in the other game. Yeah, this one just has like a really good vibe to it, which I still haven't quite like copied over into the other game yet. I've tried to make it maybe a little more moody or something. I wonder, how much fog am I using in this? I just have that. 0.02 in a certain color. Doesn't even really see. Oh, okay, there is fog. Yeah. But it's just really toned down. I do just love these guys. Let me quit the project list. I'm going to play around with my fog again. And maybe add some big trees in there too, just to make things look better. I wonder if it's because I have this going on. Let's do that. Kind of fine, but one thing I need to do also is my tree spawners. I need them all to have a way of creating where every tree is going to go and then just save it so it's the same every time. Because I think it completely changes it every time. But that's something I can worry about later. One thing I can do grab these. Whoops. Call this big trees. This needs to be called Big Tree 2. And same with this, Big Tree 3. We're just adding these in just to have some larger trees to get the vibe a little better. It's got to feel really good to play inside your world, you know. There we go. Corrupt says, last question before I head out, if I may. Are you thinking of terrain digging at all at some point? That would be awesome. But I have no idea how to do it because I'm also using, like I said, a plugin for terrain. So it's not quite, okay, this already does help having bigger trees in. It's already like unknown territory for me because I've never done anything quite like that. But on top of that, there's also the fact that I haven't used this, or I've never really done anything like that with this add-on of like changing the terrain data. It's probably not too crazy. And that would be awesome. But not anytime soon, probably. Although that would be sick. I would love that. But if you got to take off, I should actually raid out of here. But thank you for being here, Corrupt. Appreciate you, man. And all of you guys. Thanks for all the raids. Thank you for the follow, too, Corrupt. But yeah, Hide Zone, Chrono, and RCB, thank you for the raids. As far as the follows and stuff goes, Theo, thank you, Corrupt. Chrono as well. And Corrupt and Twisty, thank you for the Prime subs. I appreciate you guys. Yeah. Appreciate you. Had to love the chill vibe. Yeah, that's what we like here. We like things being chill. Nice, and you throw on the music in the background. Just only chill beats. And then you get to work. Start building things. But yeah, let me look for someone to raid real quick before I take off for the night. Thank you once again for being here. I appreciate you all. Everyone on the YouTube side as well. Theo and Yeet. Appreciate you guys. Corrupt was over there too, and then popped over to Twitch side. But yeah. Let me take a look through these Twitch channels, see who I can raid. There's this, I think it's Sergeant Pepper. Is that how he says his name? I've raided him before. I can raid him again. I'll get this started here. Wanted to stream with music too. I was worried about copyright. Do you have some copyright-free radio, or is just worry about it later? I use Stream Beats by Harris Heller. So if you just look up Stream Beats by Harris Heller, I've seen some things that get muted for copyright, but it hasn't been like an issue. And they're just only for streaming. So, yeah. All right. Well, yeah, I'm going to take off. So thank you all for being here. All of you in the YouTube chat. I see you. Thank you for being here and watching. YouTube's been really cool recently. I've been able to actually get some live viewers on YouTube. And people following along. So I appreciate you all. On the Twitch side, Corrupt, Dungspren, Hyde, Chrono. I know New Jank was here. Stream Kyle, RCB, Bear, all of you. Appreciate you. Twisty, of course. Thank you for being here. Scuffy, Eduardo, all of y'all. If I miss some, I'll catch you next time. But yeah, have a good one. I'm going to be back on hopefully again tomorrow. So we'll see you then. Peace. And for those of you in the YouTube channel,